Here. Is your IQ in the single digits, but you can catch and run with a leather sack of air? Then collegiate American football here at Don Give a Poo University is the thing for you. We don't discriminate. The fact that you have failed remedial English 7 times and have a working vocabulary of only 33 words is of no consequence here. And yes, we are counting the word bruh in that. We are actually not at all concerned about your academic potential or ability. All you need is the ability to sign your name so that you can take out student loans. The fact that you give your university a bad reputation because of your animalistic behavior is easily overlooked here. Don't worry about your schoolwork or about making any investment in your future. As long as you are drawing in the crowds to pack out our stadiums to bring in that sweet, sweet quid, we will let it all slip by unnoticed. I mean, of what value is a university education anyways? Your coaches didn't care about university at all. That's why they are coaches and not successes. Don't worry if you are underage and caught drinking, because the director of student athletics is so incompetent that he does not know the difference between the numbers 18 and 21. Unless, of course, you are not a valuable player who doesn't draw in the money, then you're out of here. In fact, your football ID will get you out of any kind of trouble that you may find yourself in. Did you bring a gun onto campus? Don't worry about it, you're a football player. Did you punch the Dean of Student Success right in the face? No problem, you are a football player. And some people will likely thank you. Did you chop the head off of someone and burn the body in the Gender Studies building? We will look the other way for you, oh dear football player. You can't go around bragging about being a football player though, because you will attract all kinds of scientists to the university. Because the last hope of finding any shred of evidence for macroevolution lies in the football team, because you guys could easily pass as Neanderthals. I mean, we are really scraping the crust off the chamber pot with you mongrels. We are concerned with your success on the football field, but not off. This is why we advise you to major in sports management. This will ensure that you can never land a career anywhere. Maybe the local fast food joint. We would love to see the amount of homeless people go up. That's why we maintain our football program here at Don Give a Poo University. Here is how you can be a successful football player. Number 1, master the vocabulary. We assume that you are already a master at using profanity. So we will skip to making sure you know what to do next, and that is to learn all the various inflections of the word bruh. Because yes, they indeed make a difference. Here is a list for your enjoyment. Basically anything that makes you sound like a Neanderthal will be fine. Number 2, education is optional. Let's be honest here. Have you ever met someone in a successful career who was a football player in college? Perhaps a handful of times at the max. Point being, it simply does not happen on a regular basis. Therefore, there is no need to even make an attempt to be scholastic in any way, not in the way you speak, act, dress, or work. Everyone expects you to behave like a caveman anyways, so why should you try? So what if your GPA has 17 decimal places before you get to the first number that's not a 0? That's actually quite gifted intelligence for a football player. At the end of the day, when supposed successful people of the world clock out from their meaningless 9-to-5 jobs and walk to the local taco shop to distract themselves from their existential crises, they need someone to keep that taco shop going. And that is you, oh football player. We know such a career will be taxing on your intellect, but surely you can handle it. Just call the taco bruh like you learned in Football Vocab 101. That will dull the pain of your failed and miserable life. Who needs to study anyways? Besides, you're going to the NFL, of course. Number 3, talk about football all the time. People love to walk into the cafeteria at the local university and hear the sound of assaulted profanity, 50 variations on the word bruh, and non-stop talk of the sport of football. Everyone loves to hear about this deified game of fetch. You can't even tell me what 1 + 1 is, but you know every single football statistic known to mankind. I am glad you spend your time learning such highly marketable information. Number 4, finally, take out tons of student loans. You, football player, cannot pay for school merely with the ability to throw a sack of air. You need more. What we give you is free help. That you have to pay back and never goes away unless you die. Getting student loans may be hard for you since you are still learning the alphabet and therefore can barely sign your name. But we have faith that our financial department here at Dongivapoo University will kindly overlook that fact for you. You are welcome. If you master these 4 basic things, you are well on your way to becoming a successful football player and well on your way to learning how to make me a taco the next time I stop off at the taco joint. Football players, absolute utter hot piping lows.